Education never beats experience. Have you ever gone through something that was so demanding, no matter how much they tried to prepare you beforehand of how challenging it was going to be? It was always more difficult than you thought it was going to be. When we're talking about winning at life, there are two examples of my life that I can think of very clearly that illustrate this point. Number one was when I entered the United States Army, the Ohio Army National Guard at 32 years old. You know basic training is going to be hard. They tell you it's going to be hard. You know it's going to be hard. But it's not the same until you're there, till you're in it, no matter what age. At the end of that, those 10 weeks of basic training in the summer in Fort Benning, Georgia, with a lot of 17-year-old high school juniors, not only did I learn patience, but I learned grit. I learned perseverance. I learned what I was capable of achieving. And I reminded myself of that often. If I can accomplish this, I can do anything. It was the most challenging individual experience I've ever faced in my life. Well, fast forward a few years, and then our family went through the most challenging time that we ever had in our lives. And that was when we adopted internationally 2 children with developmental disabilities. Again, all the education in the world can't prepare you for what that's actually going to be like. With English as a second language, developmental disabilities, integrating those children into our family, that was a challenge, and still is to some aspects. So my question for you is, what have you experienced in your life that was far more difficult than you thought it was going to be, and you still accomplished it? You still completed whatever that task was, whatever that goal was. That's winning at life. See, the opposite of winning at life is not failure, is not, boy, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. The opposite of winning at life is giving up. If you're not trying, you have no chance of winning. You have no chance of succeeding. That's the definition for winning at life. Success, what works. And you've got to go through all those challenges and all those things not making sense in order to arrive at what does work, what does make sense. So I'd love to hear in the comments, what have you endured? What have you accomplished? What have you pressed through? Where have you had grit? Where you have continued to pursue something even though it was way harder than you thought it was going to be. That, my friends, that's winning at life.